got you, but we
I
have
think
it
that
right
we covered
now.
a lot of
We have it
issues,
right
and there are a
now.
lot more that I'd like to cover. So, there we have a lot more. Well, I'd like to get more into foreign policy. We didn't really talk about trade tonight, and I think that's a very important issue that we should discuss in depth. So I'm looking forward to
Guys, you have
many
to take
other
her.
opportunities to have these conversations.
We're going to lose her.
On the issue in the conversation with Vice President Biden, it was through the lens of that, which is that these segregationists pushed policies and really built their careers and reputations off of policies that were about segregation of the races in our country. And it had real consequence. The policy perspective that was opposed to busing had real consequence. I was that little girl. And there are many others around the country who were those little girls and boys who were bused.
How do you feel you did?
Oh, I thought it was great.
Any surprises out there?
No, not real surprises. I mean, it's intense, it's fast.
How do you feel like you did? It was so exciting. I got to speak directly to America's women about this moment that we're in, this all-out assault on our reproductive freedom, as well as the only candidate who has an idea about how we deal with political corruption with clean, publicly funded elections.
Is it time for female?
What we are going to do is eliminate all premiums, all out-of-pocket expenses, and people will be able to walk into
Will
the doctor's
taxes go up for middle class?
Yeah, good question. And people will not have to pay any premiums, and they'll not have to pay any deductibles, and they're going to have to pay any co-payments. And frankly, I think the time is long overdue. What we are going to end is corporate socialism. And one of the points I didn't get a chance to answer today is that right now we have in many ways a socialist society. What do you think the bailout of Wall Street was about? Trillions of dollars went to dishonest people who nearly destroyed the economy. What do you think we're doing right now in terms of the fossil fuel industry? Hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies and in tax breaks. So I believe that maybe, I remember what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said. And what he said is we have socialism for the rich, but rugged free enterprise capitalism for the poor.
The president says he will destroy America.
How do you think you did?
Oh, I feel like I introduced myself to the country and showed that it's time to turn the page forward. Pass the torch. Pass the torch. Yeah, on these issues are generational issues. Our generation has paid the price for failed leadership on climate, on student loan debt, on gun violence, and not ending it. And it's going to take the next generation to make sure we do something.
Was that directed towards Biden?
It was directed to anyone who's been around for a long time and sees these problems still persisting. So I think our best as a party, we have always won when we go in one direction, forward.
I'm old enough to remember when Ronald Reagan was considered too conservative to be president. What he had, though, was conviction. Conviction is a force multiplier. We Democrats have to stop apologizing for what we believe. That's the issue. If I always say the Republicans don't walk their talk, but the Democrats don't talk our walk. We need to say what we believe and not apologize for it. And that's what I think makes people insecure sometimes. Why should it be considered too far left to say that, in fact, we should be a government of the people, by the people, for the people?
And having a dividend that puts straight buying power into the hands of the American people is the best way to go.
How do you sell that to a Republican?
Well, the wonderful thing is that it's a very easy sell because there's one state that's had a dividend for almost 40 years, and it's a Republican state. Alaska is a Republican governor who passed it, and he made this argument. He said, who'd you rather get the money? The government who's going to mess it up somehow, or you? And the Alaskan people said, us. And he said, I thought so. And now it's wildly popular. It's created thousands of jobs, improved children's health.
country, we're going to have to rebuild the country after the Trump presidency ends.
Sorry.